Hi everyone, my name is Ashley Fox. I'm an English teacher here at Colegio Americano de Quito, and I'm currently working with some of the grade 12 students. I've been asked to create a little bit of a video to introduce you guys to a new AI tool for education called Sherpa that myself and some of the other teachers have been using in our classroom. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen with you so you can see what this looks like. Sherpa is essentially an AI that interviews students with the premise of if they know something, they should be able to talk about it. So if you go ahead and log in with your FCAQ email, here we can see that you have two options when you're creating a conversation for the students. And so what happens is you feed AI the information and it will ask students a series, typically 6 questions in under 10 minutes. About some of the things that are either appearing in the reading or appearing in the text that they've generated. So here you have a reading response option, where as a teacher, you'll click on this and you'll kind of curate everything, but every student will speak about the same reading. So this could either be a chapter in a text, or it could be like an article or an essay or something that you're having them read. Or you also have the option for the student-based assignments. And what happens with this one is that the student will be prompted to copy and paste text into that box. And so this one can be really interesting, where you can get them to copy in one of their HL essays, for example, is something that we did, and then talk a little bit more in depth about it. Or equally, you could do something like a lab report or an essay outline and have them kind of speak a little bit more directly on work that they themselves have generated. Here in the Get Started tab, another feature that I really like about this is that it doesn't allow students to restart their conversations. They have to keep going from where they've started off. So before I recorded this video, I did a quick little practice with Lady Macbeth's Unsex Me speech, and I just copied that in and allowed the AI to ask me some questions about this speech in particular. So now going into this is actually picking up on the 3rd question. As you can see, we're about halfway through. And some of the questions that they ask can be really, really deep and insightful. So here, moving on, let's consider the part where she says, "Come thick night, pale thee in the dunnest smoke of hell. Can you elaborate on this metaphor and explain how it contributes to Lady Macbeth's character development and the overall theme of the play?" I'm not going to go into doing this because it's going to take more time, and I've recorded this video several times, but the student just clicks start talking, says their answer, and then AI will analyze their answer and ask a follow-up question. So all of the questions are generated in a way that it listens to what the student has said before and asks them to build on it, which allows for that deeper conversation. Some of the ways that we've been using this in our classrooms is as reading check-ins. We've also done it as preparation for the internal assessment, which for the DP is an interview and a conversation with their teacher. So this is obviously a very good way to help them with that. We've also used it as pre-writing essay development. So if you copy in for that student-generated option, if you put in their essay outline, Sherpa will actually help them flesh out their ideas before they get into the writing phase, which allows the students to get a little bit deeper with their answers instead of being so surface level, which is a problem that we've been finding they've been doing lately. You can also do it as a post-writing plagiarism check. If the students can't speak about their writing, then we get a little bit more of an impression that maybe they didn't write it. Another one, this one's really fun. Joanna, my department head, has been using this one for classroom discussion-based activities, where she'll actually pull Sherpa up on the projector behind her, and Sherpa will ask a question, and as a class, they'll discuss that question together. And then one student will be selected to come up to the computer and record. So it's more of a collaborative-based activity, which can be really interesting as well. And then the last one is our upcoming summative is a podcast. And so we've been using this as well as formative for the podcast that's been coming up. A lot of our students have been really liking it. It's been a little bit of a ride trying to get them used to actually talking to themselves. Some of them like to hide behind discussion partners and let them come up with the ideas. But obviously with Sherpa, you're the only one in that conversation. And so it kind of forces you to be able to be confident in your ideas and speak your mind. But also show up if you're not doing the reading, if you're not understanding things, it puts you on the spot. We really love this tool in our classroom, and teachers all across Colegio Americano have been getting really creative with it. So if you guys come up with any great ideas, please share. But otherwise, if you're stuck and you need ideas, go ahead and ask any of the other teachers that have been using it, because a lot of them have been coming up with more interesting ways to apply it in their classroom. Thanks so much. Let me know how it works.